Hi everyone, Coach Sullivan here again with MGS Coaching Football. To my subscribers, I thank you, and to non-subscribers, I really hope you do. Just completed my 38th year coaching football. I was a defensive coordinator, but over that time, I've also been an offensive coordinator, special teams coordinator, longtime head coach, and all of this at both the collegiate and high school levels. In this presentation, I'd like to talk to you about something that we call a packaged plug out of our 3-4 that we call Rodeo Bill. Okay, and I'm going to show it to you versus both 21 and 10 personnel, very distinctly different personnel groupings. And so over here, I'm going to go through some of the key terms that apply. And then over here, I'll draw it for you. Okay, you can see how it fits. So first key term is, what is a package plug? Well, so non-subscribers, you're going to have to push the button so you can learn all about what plugs are. Subscribers know. We take two existing plugs that we already have from two different positions, and we combine them. So Rodeo Bill, we're combining an outside and an inside linebacker plug. Okay? And then in this case, the two positions are rover and backer. So there's no question, as the coach, you have to put together blitzes that you already have, that when you put them together, none of your defenders are in conflict, meaning they're wrong if they do something that's part of one of the two plugs, but it screws up. You follow what I'm trying to say? So I'm going to show you how we do that. So number two, the name Rodeo Bill. The Lucky Ringo goes to the rover because that's the first blitz, right? Rodeo, R, rover. The rodeo, letter A, is the rover plug. And here's the key. The nose. See, in our 3-4, the nose is right over the center. He's part of both sides, right? We make the nose part of the rodeo. So in other words, the nose is a part of the first blitz. In this case, the outside linebacker blitz. Okay? And I'll show you how that plays out in a minute. And the bill is a backer plug and A gap, right? B for bill, B for backer. Okay? Now I'm showing it to you versus 21 and 10, but it's good. Number 3 versus all personnel, 10, 11, 12, 20, 21, 22. It's good versus all of them. Okay, we've run it versus all of them. And it's also number 4, good versus run, versus pass, versus zone read, versus power read, versus RPO. Okay, it's a very versatile blitz. And by combining two plugs, in this case, an outside linebacker and an inside linebacker, it's a whole new blitz pattern for the offense. Okay? It's as if we've created this whole new blitz, and all we're doing is taking two things we already have and combining them, but combining them smartly so the nose is not in conflict. See, he would be the guy who's put into conflict. Okay? So that's where we as coaches come in, and I'll show you how we do it up here. So I'm going to use the black to illustrate the people involved in the Rodeo Bill. And I'm the only two people involved in the coverage that I'm going to show you are the two safeties when they spin to the blitz. Post snap. Okay? I'm not going to talk about coverage at all. I have lines drawn. That is true, but that's all I'm doing. I'm not going to do anything else. Again, non-subscribers, if you press the button, you get access to everything, including our Zone Blitz playlist, Zone Blitz coverage playlist, excuse me. All right, so up top, it's versus 21i Pro. It's middle of the field. Okay, so this would be a left call and a Liz because it's the two receiver side and the two back set, non-subscribers. Okay, rover goes to the left call. Mike travels with the rover. So see, the backer's opposite. Okay? So what we do here, since it's a lucky, that triggers what's called a Louis. So I'll get to the safeties last. Okay? So what we have is we tell the rover, and I'm not going to back them up here, but we tell the rover, back up so that you're aligned on the heels of your defensive end. And here's why. On the snap of the football, defensive end is slant C-gap, and he is penetrating up the field hard. The nose, slant A gap to the call, penetrating up the field high. The rover, right? It's a rover plug. The rover is plugging B gap. There it is. Okay? Over here, the backer, Bill, plugging A gap. And on a Bill, the defensive end on the side of the backer is slanting B gap. So that's what a Bill looks like. That's what a rodeo looks like. So see, by having our nose be a part of the first of the two packaged plugs, he is not in conflict, but that's where we as coaches come in. We package a plug that goes with the nose going A gap over on this side. That's what you have to do as the coach. Okay, so however your system is set up, when you want to package plugs and create a whole new blitz pattern that's simple for you, but your opponents are like, oh my God, look at everything that they, all right, that's the whole point. That's what you need to do. All right, so now the Louis on the snap. This safeties don't move to the snap of the football. It's Sky, and he's hot on two. He screws down, which is down toward the line of scrimmage. Reading surface on the way. If it's pass, he's got hot on two. If it's run, he's got force, and he's adding to the box, right? 1, 2, right? We got every single gap covered. It's beautiful. Safety over here, rotate middle third. He does that again, reading surface on the way. Okay? Oh, it's beautiful. So the only difference here versus when the rover's on a tight end and detached, when he's on a tight end, we tell him he's got to back up on the heels of his defensive end. Down here, it's middle of the field, 10-gun Detroit pistol, right? So it's a 2x2 in our 10 personnel, in the offense is 10 personnel. It's a 2x2 formation. There we go. Okay? The even call, non-subscribers, you have to push the button. But the rover's on the right, backer's on the left. It's a Ringo, which triggers a Roger. This is the other reason I wanted to show you had two different personnel groupings. Because you got a Ringo Roger up here, you got a Lucky Louie. Wah! So now here on the snap of the ball, defensive end call side does the same. Slant C penetrates. No, slants A to the call. Now, without hedging, without having to back up, because he aligns on the heels of the defensive end already when detached. So there's nothing different. From there, he plugs the B gap. The backer still plugs the A gap with the defensive end away from the call, slanting B gap. Safety on the side of the Lucky Ringo. So this time it's the whip. It's Sky hot, so he's screwing down, reading on the way. He's got force if it's run. He's got number 2 if it's pass. Free safety in this case, rotating middle third. Again, reading surface on the way. It's a beautiful thing. Okay? So for us, on the side of the blitz, package plug, Rodeo Bill, it's Sky. On the side of the Lucky Ringo, it's orbit away, which means outside linebacker because the safeties are spinning, right? Sky on the right because it's Ringo, orbit on the left because the safeties are spinning. So in this case, a package plug is the outside linebacker and the inside linebacker. In this case, they're on opposite sides. So you'll have to, non-subscribers, push the button to have access to the different types of package plugs that we have in our arsenal. So thank you to my subscribers, non-subscribers. I certainly hope I've teased you into pushing that button. Everyone, please, questions, reach out to me at coachmjsullivan@gmail.com. At this point, I'd like to thank YouTube for providing this platform. So, coaches, let's make the most of it.